Welcome back to Season 2, Episode 8 of the Whiteboard Game podcast. We have been discussing intros of songs we like. First half, as Fred eloquently put, is the intro. So this, I guess, could be the outro.
It is. This one is the outro.
Shall we begin the outro then?
Yeah, let's begin the outro.
Awesome. I think I say something now.
You do say something.
This next one, I did recognise it. But I couldn't tell where from. But I don't know how to describe it. But it felt like Blur, which is the weirdest thing to say because it's the least sounding, like it doesn't sound inherently like a Blur song.
I don't blame you.
Like
I kind of get what you think.
So far removed from like Girls and Boys, for example.
Yeah.
It sounds nothing like that, does it? And I thought, I know you really like their last album.
I do.
And I thought it might have been a song for that, maybe. Because I know their last album, from when I remember listening to it, gets really weird.
It does.
There's a lot of really weird sound choices. So that's what I put. I put Blur, and I tried to have a think about the songs that are on that album, and I think there's one called Swamp Song. So I just put that. Indie-tronica, because there's like electronic-y bits in it now. You get like the drum machines and that sort of stuff. And then indie rock, just because it's Blur. Yeah, 1999. There you go.
So, this is Blur. It's not Blur, I'm sorry.
Oh no.
I'm sorry.
Oh, I had it. I thought
that was cruel, I'm sorry.
Guitar screaming Graham Coxon right now.
It's a good shout. I'm going to give you 2 points.
Thank you.
This is a band called Blonde Redhead. And it's a song called In Particular. And the genre, I put experimental rock because I just didn't know what to think. And the year is 2000. Not much has changed, but anyway. What do I have to say about this? I mean, I remember it for having quite a good intro. We mentioned right at the start of the first half of this episode that I'm currently in employment. I know.
Said and so.
That's wrong band. But I obviously have some morning travels and some evening travels as a result. And so it's quite important to pick what I'm listening to or watching on those journeys to set, the correct mood. Am I tired or not? What are we doing? And I came to these guys on the list, and this is the opening track, and this intro is fine. And then the female lead comes in, and I didn't like it. No offense.
Fred hates women.
Well, you heard it here first. I think it's just because it was the opening track and the voice came in, and it was just maybe I was coming home from what it is that I do, and I just wasn't feeling it, so I just didn't listen to any more.
Oh,
maybe one day. But that's literally all I have to say. I just remember it having an interesting, unique intro. I think it's quite abrasive when the voice comes in. And I didn't have the patience at the time, I don't think. So I think I ended up, I don't know what I did instead, but something else. But look, that's all I have to say, because as I've kind of let on, I don't know much at all. I just didn't vibe, but it works for the game, and sometimes we're going to find music that we don't necessarily click with, and that's okay. There's a lot out there. It's all a big trial, The next thing you listen to, you'll love, so it's fine. But I'm going to give you 2 points.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Very sad my Blur guess didn't pay off.
I'm sorry. I am sorry.
I think I'd convinced myself very badly.
No, I thought again.
Got myself hyped up.
I think it's been a game of really good logic. Generally, I think we both had some quite good guesses. Let's see what happens here. I think this isn't really a guess for your number 6. I think I just know the voice. I said it was that famous, multi-member band, Tame Impala.
Oh, so many members.
So many members. More than one, at least.
It has to be. Can't just be one.
No, that would be ridiculous. Why would you even say that? I think he said Desire. So I put Desire. I said 2010 because from what I remember of you talking to me about Tame Impala, you have said, and because I am a good friend, I do listen. You have said that earlier stuff is like the more, I guess, rocky, heavier, maybe is the word to use.
Maybe.
So I went for what I think is an earlier year with 2010, and I said psych rock.
Well, you mentioned it's a good game for guessing. You can have 2.5 points. 3.5 points. Not 2.5 points. 3.5 points.
Thank you.
You can even out that half point from earlier. It's very much like you said.
It's good. Thank you.
It is Tame Impala, as you said. The track is called Desire Be Desire Go. I think this might be the only track I've used where they actually say the title in the extract. So there you go. Psychedelic. I don't know why I've spelt the whole thing. Psych rock I normally put, but yeah, psychedelic rock.
Good.
It told me this came out in 2008, which I think maybe it was like a single before Inner Speaker, which is the one it's off of, because that came out in 2010.
Okay.
But if it were so far that you wouldn't have got the year points, would have given it to you anyway because it was on the album.
Okay, that's fair. Thank you.
Yeah, again, it was just a song that I thought, that intro is quite nice, sort of just very fuzzy, and then drums come in out of nowhere, and then you get the riff. It all comes in quite quickly. It's not like a song that starts immediately, but all the things come in very quickly, and suddenly, before you know it, the song is going. It's not like a slow burner. And I quite like that. Man, I think Inner Speaker is so underrated.
Yeah, you've said. Yeah.
People speak a lot about lonerism, and lonerism is good. But just something about Inner Speaker just clicks with me. I don't know what it is. I just ascribe to that sound a lot more. Some of his chord changes are gorgeous. I've noticed some of his bass playing on this as well. I quite appreciate where he's his playing is more in accordance with, I guess, the guitar, and the root notes aren't as much for focus, and that allows a lot of the harmony to expand in interesting ways where you're not just playing the root notes, which I myself as a bassist am very guilty of. I think a lot of it is the music theory aspects of it. I love Currents. I think Currents is my favourite of his.
Yeah, you rate that very high.
It is a great one. I do. And I thought the Slow Rush was good. I think people bash on the Slow Rush too much. It was good. But Inner Speaker is the one which I think people have got this wrong, man. As in, people don't dislike it, but as in, like, it should be up there with the other ones. And he's got some new stuff coming out, which people have been dogging on. I won't lie. It seems like a lot of people don't like it.
That's a shame.
He's put out 2 singles. One of them was like a club song. And to be fair, I did listen to it and go, it's air. And I don't really like the club direction he's gone in. It was a bit fake. But the second single he put out, called Loser, I did think was good. But I saw people saying that it was like, it's like, what do you call it, like water cooler music, or like corporate music or something. And I was like, it's not that poppy, is it? Like, it's not that. I mean, he's mainstream now, but that doesn't mean that, like, he makes the mainstream, and so now you can dislike it because it's a kind of music you'd speak about in an office to appease people. I don't know. We'll have to see the whole thing when it comes out. We'll see what it's like. But anyways, yeah. Not much to say. Desire Be Zygo, it's one of my favourites off of the album. I think it's in 6/4. The verse.
More theory.
I'm just counting on my fingers now, which is really cool. He just goes with the flow, man.
That's a
very
good
talented
description
musician.
of him generally, I think.
But yeah, I'll leave it there. I don't have much more to say.
Yeah,
Enjoy your large point haul.
I will take that graciously. He strikes me as being very consistent. Sorry, I should say they strike me as being very consistent.
That comes across completely in the wrong way.
I've realised now that I've said that, and this is, post-Watershed Idio Twin is what it is.
Took a swig of water there at the wrong time. Okay, your next one, number 7.
7.
Let me find it. This was a very weird one. Really didn't have a gauge for it. I've got it so low that I can only hear the crickets and it's cutting in and out, and I'm like, is it still playing? Yes, it is. Okay.
Yeah.
Can't tell. Yeah, I'm listening back to it now and I'm like, I mean, you've used Grizzly Bear and Department of Eagles. But I thought, you can't have used them again.
Yeah,
but
I like that you've heard a field recording. You've gone,
Yeah, well, you had like, I don't know, something about the elements around it felt chamber poppy again. And I thought,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I'm thinking it could be Sufjan Stevens, but I think there was, I don't know, maybe something in the voice that didn't click with me when I was answering the questions that tipped me off to it. So I've just put Department of Eagles again.
That's fair. That's
I would say play it safe, but in this game, it's not really safe because we rarely use the same artist twice. So it was called Hummingbird because whoever was singing was humming. There were field recordings of birds and stuff. So I thought that would be an eloquent name. Chamber Pop, 2009. Yeah, there's a few of these that I look at and I think, on paper, not a great guess. But yeah, we'll see what happens.
Well, you've weaned on me. So it's only fair that I Gabriel on you. With
what?
This was like one of the first ones that came to mind for this intros game. I'm just trying to think, what can I give that's really unique? Oh yeah, there's that one song when Peter Gabriel actually has in the credit lists on the album sleeve insects as if they're played by the keeper, and he puts the guy's name next to it.
Some royalties, mate.
Yeah. I could not tell you why why. I don't know. It's nice. I like how they sound, and it's just a creative choice, isn't it? Ultimately, I don't think there's any reason. You have this is off his second album, his second solo album. The one where he's scratching the glass.
Oh yes, as in Peter Gabriel.
Yeah, they're all called Peter Gabriel, the first four, yeah. Very, very humble man. You have the first two tracks, which are brilliant. You have On the Air, which opens up, and then you have one that you might be more familiar with, maybe. I don't know if I've given it to you before, called DIY. Which are both really fun. Really, really, really fun. And then DIY, really triumphant ending. And then suddenly it just dissolves into crickets and bugs. And then this piano starts up. And then you have, in very sort of Peter Gabriel fashion, this very pretty song that to this day, I still don't really know what it's about. It is Peter Gabriel. It's called Mother of Violence. I put art rock. It was released in 1978. yeah, it is just effectively for the rest of the song, just this backing guitar, him on piano, I guess, because he's more of a pianist than a guitarist, and him singing about a woman who's the mother of violence. I don't know why. Look, it's cool. I think it's one of his albums, the second one, which is really, if you're not into Peter Gabriel, probably quite difficult to digest. Because my mother would lovingly describe it from his what she believes to be his drug years. Even though I'm not sure he ever had them, but then again, he was a musician in the 70s, 80s, and 90s. He might have done. I don't know. Yeah. But I mean, I say that, and I'm thinking about sort of that booklet that comes with the CD, and there are images of when he shaved his head around this time, and it all gets a bit strange. So maybe. Thematically and sonorously, it would make sense. That's pretty much what I have to say. If you are intrigued by the sound of an intro, which is just bugs making noises, you've come to the right place. Mother of Violence by Peter Gabriel. My conundrum now is, Chris, do I give you points?
I, in a rare act of doing myself a disservice, I don't think you should, because you gave me a point for something earlier which I shouldn't have gotten a point for. I can't remember what it was.
Okay.
It was one of the genre points, and I thought I put pop rock for Sigur Rós, and I thought that's really contentious. I don't think you should give me that. So based on that, I think. I mean, this is even more contentious. But
I think you're right.
I'd say no.
I think I might have to donut. I'm sorry. He's taken it with kindness, and he's devoured it whole. A delightful meal.
I'm accepting it.
Sorry.
That's fine. That's the nature of the game, my friend. Speaking of the game.
Speaking of the game. And speaking of donuts, don't you worry. Haha. I tried my best to logic this. You're number 7. And once again, I've just got a hodgepodge because I'm trying to cover all my bases. I tried to think, who has Chris listened to that could write something like this? And I listened to the distortion on the guitars, and I thought, you know who could? You know who could, maybe? Weezer. Maybe. So I put Weezer, and instead of Island in the Sun, I put Enclave in the Rain.
1980.
Yeah, because this was a hodgepodge. Because I thought initially I put 1980 and everything because I thought this is like as I've written, this is a hard rock song from the 80s or the 70s. But then I thought, yeah, but that distortion could just be a stylistic choice from someone slightly more recent, which is why I put Weezer. That's my answer.
Cool. Let me examine. I'll give you a point for hard rock.
That's generous, thank you.
It is. I think that's fair. This is. I think you've heard of this band. They're a popular, like early alternative, like 80s band. You know, you have like bands like the Replacements, who are considered like early alternative, and like Kuskadoo.
Yeah,
I think they're in that category. This is Dinosaur Jr.
Yeah, I do know of Dinosaur Jr. Yeah.
This is a song of theirs called Sludgefeast.
That makes sense. That's a good description.
It does sort of sound like a sludge feast. Noise rock. I think that makes sense. 1987, so yeah, that late 80s, early alternative feel. I listened to this album quite a bit ago. It's been on my sub-top stuff for a bit. It's really good. I think, you know, I've been sort of itching to get into heavier sort of things recently. I've been trying to get into Deftones for a while, but just have never found the point to do it.
You're not ready for the eroticism of Deftones. So Deftones.
I'm ready for the eroticism.
Please.
I'm very much ready for that.
Please.
I'm waiting with open arms. I'm just not ready for everything else. And I think bands like Dinosaur Jr. have a lot of the sort of rawer, heavier sort of elements of that. They're some sort of cousin to metal. You know, like in listening to them, I can hear how it's metal.
That's
the
a good
way
shout.
that I think his name is Jay Mascis. He's got a wacky name. He's got like a proper metal name, I feel.
I'm having a look. Yeah, you've got Jay Mascis.
The way that he plays guitar is quite virtuosic, and so I always felt that that's quite in tune with a lot of metal sort of stuff, maybe. But I don't know. I just think the songwriting is really catchy. The chord progressions are really catchy. It's just catchy. It's like I don't know how to describe it, but it's sort of like looking at me now, someone who's not always into super heavy sort of stuff. It feels like a gateway into that because there's a lot of catchiness to it, to like mixed in with just it's so noisy.
Yeah.
So I think that's why I like it. Sludgefeast is one of my favourite songs. I think the intro is really good. Because the intro is quite long and then it switches into like quite a different section with a different sort of chord progression where he starts singing. I mean, their songs are quite. I mean, this one maybe is on the simpler sort of side in terms of lyrics. Sounds like he's just sort of singing about building up the courage to talk to a girl.
You sure?
I think. He says stuff like, "I'm waiting. Please come back. I've got the guts now to meet your eyes. Those guts are killing, but I can't stop now. I've got to connect with you before I forget how." Oh, super deep. Yeah, I mean, he's good songs. And I do like them. Would heavily recommend. They did a cover of "Just Like Heaven" by The Cure, which on the version on Spotify is actually the final song on this album. It's not on the official release. But linking back to the Talk extract, another song that ends abruptly. What? It's like I've unintentionally cherry-picked songs without an outro. The game where we're talking about intros.
Yeah, see, yeah, cool.
But yeah, I plan on. I mean, I don't think they've got loads of heavily acclaimed stuff, so I do plan on listening to some of their other stuff. Doing as much as I can because I've enjoyed their first album of theirs that I've listened to. So yeah, would recommend.
Amazing. Yeah, it's this "You're Living All Over Me" album, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do
really cool
recognise
cover
it.
as well.
Yeah.
Some banging tunes.
Although they don't know how to spell raisin. That's bothering me. They've got a track,
yes,
which is Raisin.
I remember that track. Yeah.
Raisins, pardon me, with an A instead of an I.
Maybe it's not about raisins. Maybe it's about raisins, and that's why it's called
Excellent
raisins.
shout. So why didn't I think of that? God.
Okay, you're number 8.
Yeah.
This was really weird. Just weird synth work.
Yeah.
I remember initially thinking, that's Peter Gabriel, man. No one does synths like that. And then he started singing, and I went, okay, no, it's not.
It's not.
Not Peter Gabriel. I don't know who it is. And I tried to have a think about who that sounds like. And when I thought of this answer, I thought maybe it is, but now that I'm looking at it, I'm sort of going, I don't actually think it's them. I've guessed Prefab Sprout. I just have.
You just have.
I've just done it. Big in America, which when he said Big in America, I thought, I feel like that's a really popular song and I just don't know it. Feels like a popular song. Maybe it was Big in America. Who knows?
Maybe.
Synth pop. Gotta be synth pop, man. Proper synths, and it's pretty poppy in it. And I put new wave as well for like a splash of colour. 1986.
Yeah, sound. It's 3 points.
Oh wow, thank you.
But it's not Prefab Sprout. This is called Big in America. I've put new wave, but synth pop equally valid, I suppose. 1986 exactly. This is a band that you know, and it's not an incredibly popular song, but I suppose by the band standards, it is quite popular. It's the Stranglers.
Oh no!
Oh, did you think it?
No, they spawned in my mind.
Oh, I'm sorry.
20 seconds before you drop the bomb. So, and I thought, it's going to be them in it. It's going to be them flipping Stranglers. They're going to get me.
I was about to say, what an awful thing to have spawn in your mind, a living strangler, and a group of them. How awful. I mean, I don't have much to say about it. It's just, you said weird. When you listen to the song in full, in context, it's really fun. It's so much fun. I think it's just a song about American culture, basically. Just everything's bigger in America. That's what they say, isn't it? Let me quickly get your lyrics up. This is in the sort of, I think, what some Stranglers fans would describe as the Dark Age, because they've kind of abandoned all that, like, you know, that grit of their early stuff.
Yeah.
And
Absolutely.
what you have was ultimately pop music. And I think some people take that with a bit of distaste because it's like, oh, you sold out kind of thing. Yeah. I mean, the band has changed by now. I can't remember who leaves, but like, I think it is a different voice because you get the. I'm
really?
getting the names now. Or is it? I don't know. Someone leaves. Like, this is when you want to talk to my dad because he loves the Stranglers and he knows exactly about the band's history and stuff.
All I can remember is the drummer who's called Jet Black, isn't he?
Jet Black, yeah. Brilliant band. Like, just everyone's so good at their roles.
Absolutely.
But I think at this point the lineup has altered somewhat and they've gone a bit poppy. Yes, the final verse is, I met a girl in America. She wore the pants across a big expanse. She was whipping man everywhere. She was big in America. She was big in America. And then your chorus is, and when you're big in America, you like to live in America. You won't be on your own. And since you're big in America, you might as well make America your home. It's still really fun. It's a really fun song, and I'm really fond of it. It's off an album called Dreamtime, which is underrated. It's pretty good. I just like the Stranglers.
Yeah.
I don't like strangling.
Don't try and cover your bases now.
It's a bit late. Can I say that? I was about to make a joke of, I mean, they're bound to find the bodies, but I don't know, that goes too far. I've said it now.
Because, well, that'll alert the police onto your case, and you wouldn't want to do that, would you?
I think if I try too hard to say that it is a joke, it does make it look worse to police. It is a joke. Promise. I don't even have the floorboard space. Oh, whoops, you know. But yeah, big 3 American points. That's how big they are.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. Was this in the sort of time of Punch and Judy?
Yeah.
In their song?
Yeah, it's that kind of era. They've gone a bit poppier. Yeah, that's of Aural Sculpture.
Okay.
Which is different album, but equally they've gone poppier at that point. I just really like that album.
It's one of the Big Ear, isn't it?
Yeah, the Big Ear.
One?
Yeah,
Big Ear.
the Big Ear.
Cool.
For this, have just gone with what my heart told me this time. I abandoned logic for this one, for guessing who the artist was, because my heart told me that if there ever was a song that should have been written by the Lightning Seeds, it was this one.
Okay.
So I've put the Lightning Seeds, even though it's not his voice. But it just felt like a Lightning Seed song. It's just what my heart told me.
Doesn't it, actually, yeah.
He spoke about a drummer, and it sounded a bit like a love song. Well, no, you said you fell in love with the drummer, didn't it? So I said Drummer's Romance. I said 1995. I said alt dance because it just had a drum pattern, and indie pop.
This is you get a point.
Ah, okay.
You can have a point
For the Lightning Seeds, right?
Yeah. This is by a band whose name I found out today is like radio speak for will comply.
Oh,
it's Wilco.
Yeah, Wilco.
Yeah. Which I didn't realise that. And I realised, I thought today as well, that their album Yankee Hotel Foxtrot lingers a lot on like radio sort of stuff. Like there's like a lot of like radio sort of stutter, and you get that vibe.
Yeah.
From it. And I sort of thought, is this like a Weather Girls situation where their biggest song or whatever is almost too convenient for the name of their band? Because they did It's Raining Men, didn't they?
Yes.
And you think, the Weather Girls did It's Raining Men.
Seems a bit convenient.
Did they make the song and then they did? That's weird.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the same, but Wilco have been going for quite a bit before this point, so I don't know. I mean, maybe it's a part of all their music, and I'm just too, uninformed with Wilco to know that. I'm still yet to get into any of their other stuff, which is poor of me. It is poor.
Well, you're very fond of this album.
It is very good. Yeah, it took me quite a while to come around to it. Because I'd heard it quite a while ago, and it's only really been in the last year or so, maybe, that I've gotten into it a bit more. I don't really know what it was. I just liked the songs a bit more this time around by listening to it. It's one of those ones where you can't really, I can't really explain why I like it more now. I just do.
Yeah. Things grow.
Anyways, onto the song. This is a very, very nice song. It's one of the best songs on the album. You just have to listen to it.
Donald Trump feature on the Whiteboard Game.
It's just a really good song. You have to listen to it.
This is one of my favourite songs.
One of my favourites. Melania likes it as well. I've done better. That was poor of me. I've done better.
It's late. It's okay. It's late.
I know I've got a cold. My voice sounds different. Yeah, it's just about I don't know. I feel like there's an element about it that's like looking back, like, because I think quite a lot of Jeff Tweedy songs are very emotionally potent. And I think quite a lot of this is about sort of nostalgia. Not just nostalgia, but sort of like looking back into your past and sort of missing things. I miss those heavy metal bands. So he's sort of, and in the chorus, I think he says, "I miss the innocence I've known, playing Kiss covers, beautiful and stoned," or something like that. And so I think there's an element of missing sort of like youth and naivety and that sort of thing. She fell in love with the drummer, you know. It feels like quite a, I don't know, like a young sort of thing, maybe. I don't know. The intro is proper sick, innit? Because you've got like a hip hop beat. You've got the hip hop beat, and then out of nowhere, boom, acoustic guitars, and the progression is really pretty as well. I like the bass playing, switching between sort of like octaves and stuff. Or like sort of not octaves, like registers of where he's playing, like going high and then back down to low and whatever. It's nice. Yeah, don't have too much more to say. Good album. Good song. I need to get around to listening to more Wilco.
Yeah. Wilco.
Absolutely Wilco.
Wilco.
Will comply. Yeah. 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 So yeah, 1 point for you.
Thank you.
Okay. On to your number 9 now. We're getting
Number
through
9.
I didn't recognise the voice for this one. Maybe I do know the singer. Felt very American, and I was thinking if it's got to be like an 80s song with that synth sound. Feels like an 80s song, but I can't think. And I sort of thought like maybe like 70s musician, but has made like a song in the 80s. I'm getting like American Phil Collins vibes from it.
Okay.
But I couldn't think of the most equivalent American Phil Collins. And like with a lot of my answers, it devolves from who would I be happy putting for this, knowing a decent bit about what they sort of sound like, to what random name can I put whose music I've heard very little of and so would be okay with putting as an answer. It's Jim Croce. Is that how you say his last name?
I don't know who that is.
I can't remember. You don't know who Jim Croce is?
Nah.
Mate. To be honest, I think I've only heard one song by him. So I don't blame you. Early Morning Lover. He said it, and it felt like a title. So I put that. Synth pop. Thank you for backing me up. Synth pop / pop rock. As a genre, 1984. That cursed year.
It's definitely 1 point. It's just whether it's 2 or not.
Okay.
Let me explain, and then I'll give you. So I'll make a decision. It's at least 1 point. So I find it funny that you're talking about it sounding American because the man singing is from Swindon.
Yep.
This is a band, and they're called Supertramp.
Wow.
The song is called Goodbye Stranger. I put art rock or prog pop. Have the point for genre. Take 2.
This is like a really popular song, isn't it?
It's off a very popular album called Breakfast in America.
Yeah. Oh, Christopher, come on. Popular song, man. 2 points. An easy 4. Get in the game.
I love this song. I love this song. It's the way it builds. It's sort of split in half. There's a second section where it gets very, very, very proggy with a guitar solo. But the first half, which is more like the first 2/3, the choruses are just stacked. There's just layer upon layer upon layer, and it's glorious. It's beautiful. Again, just really enjoyable to listen the way it develops. I think you could make an argument, personally, and this is my big claim for this one, that this song, maybe even the album it's off of, could be on like the prog rock, prog pop, Mount Rushmore kind of thing. Because I think there are certain perfect prog songs. I put Une Nuit à Paris or One Night in Paris up there. I put Firth of Fifth. I probably put another couple of Genesis songs. I'll put Wish You Were Here. No, I won't, because that's not a prog song.
Yeah,
I'll put
Echoes.
Yeah, Echoes maybe, or Shine On maybe.
Shine On, yeah.
Maybe even Dogs. Maybe. But this is, for me, this is up there. I can't do that and not mention 10cc's Don't Hang Up either. I've got to put that in there. It's glorious, and I really wanted to include it, not just because I think the keyboard intro is delightful, but because the man singing and playing the keyboard, and in many ways the central figure of Supertramp, I want to say his name is Richard Davies, or Davis, depending on how you pronounce it. He passed away recently, which I know Dad was a bit upset by, or a bit taken aback by, because he loves Supertramp, very, very fond. And I just wanted to have. I thought, now I've been holding back on this song for a while from including it because I just love the song. But I thought now was a good time.
Yeah.
So Richard Davies, thank you for contributing some amazing music, and rest well. We're talking about you now. Fantastic song. We thank you, and I gift to you 2 points.
Thank you. Yeah,
you're welcome.
Yeah, man. I need to brush up on my Supertramp.
I mean, look, I haven't listened to the album. It's just because Dad likes them so much that I know 3 or 4 songs. And yeah, it's one of the first ones I thought of because I just thought of that keyboard intro. But as I said to you earlier, I didn't realise it was so short, so I couldn't. I had to have a bit of singing in there, which is still nice. He's got a nice voice. For your number 9, it's one of the disadvantages of having it split online between 2 different locations.
Okay.
I would have liked for you to see how I cackled when I heard this. This is one of the funniest things that's happened to me all week, maybe even all month. For the first time, truly, I think this is the biggest risk we've ever had of being cancelled as well, so thank you.
If he knows it.
This is the Yay Man himself. It's Kanye West.
Why did this song have to get memed, man?
It's the song that you use when you are doing found footage of bears. There
were over 1,000 videos.
This is On Sight off of Jesus. You know, the one where he puts his name and combines it with the word Jesus? It's Jesus. 2014, I can't remember the exact year. I said industrial hip hop.
Yeah. He was going to make one called Yandy as well, where he combined his name with Gandhi. I mean, gore.
Oh my God.
What a blaney idea that was.
You know, they're just so similar as people.
Yeah. But he did make Graduation, so.
He did, we got to let him off.
Yeah.
He made flashing lights, so.
That's off of, never mind. Yeah, it's Kanye West. It is On Sight. There are over 1,000 videos of bears dancing to On Sight by Kanye West. There it is.
I can't actually I've got the giggles.
But the first time I saw that video, it was an edited video of that. And it was where she just says, there are over 1,000 videos. And it just cuts off there. And it cuts to like, you know that 009 like dreamscape song called like Trance or something that used to be used on like YouTube stuff back in the day. I think I do, yeah. And it just had like one of those old like YouTube sort of intro pictures where it's just like the blue background. It said there are over 1,000 videos on it.
Yeah.
And that was my first seeing of that video, and I thought, I don't get it. I don't get what this is. Stuff is funny.
But why is it funny? Why am I laughing?
Well, what I found weird is I thought, hang on, is that the case? And I looked it up, and there were no videos of bears dancing to On Sight by Kanye West. Yeah.
That's really disappointing.
I mean, it's Instagram, so Instagram is filled with a bunch of you can't search up anything on the app. It doesn't work.
No, it just doesn't work.
Just spams your feed with a bunch of rubbish. Anyways, yeah, it was on site by Kanye West. Electro-industrial was something that Rate Your Music said, and I thought, yeah, sure, I'll put industrial hip-hop as well. It felt
cool.
Electro-industrial hip-hop is probably the most specific thing you could have said 2013 as well. 4 points for you, as I'm sure you will love. Yeah, not going to dwell too much time on the man himself. He doesn't deserve our time on this podcast.
God.
As we've said many times before, music can be separate from the artist. I think you can allow someone that. But if you don't want to get into something because you don't like the person, that's completely fine.
That's also valid.
I don't think, if I hadn't heard any Kanye West before, his recent incidents.
So many.
I don't think I would have got into him.
No.
I remember the other day on No Mistakes, I think it was, off of Ye.
Yeah.
He says something like, I say slavery a choice, they say how, Ye. Just imagine if they caught me on a wild day. And I think about that now and I go, man, this guy's having a wild day every day now.
Yes.
Like, what the hell, man? Anyways, let's not dwell on that anymore. On site, yes. Do you know what? I think I do. It's like a polarizing album for
it is
Kanye West fans. I feel because it's like you either love it or you hate it. And I think I like most of it. I haven't heard the whole thing in a while, so I can't speak on that. But just that intro double up of On Site and then Black Skinhead. Oh,
it's powerful.
It's just like two. It's like peak, but like sort of like different sounds of like hip hop, and it's like he's just made two of the best electro industrial and like tribal hip hop songs of like all time, and he's doubled them up. It's like, yeah, crazy. I saw on the credits that Daft Punk had a something to do with this.
That's fun.
Some sort of like production, hand in production. And I can't remember if it. I don't think it's a sample. I think it is genuinely just. No, it's not. I think it is just him and Daft Punk have just been playing about on a keyboard and come up with something absolutely ridiculous. And it makes sense because on Daft Punk's first album, Homework, there's a few songs that are just really, just like heavy electronic, distorted sounds, and it really contrasts everything else. And I've never been a massive fan of them, but I think in this setting where everything is super hype and just super in your face like hardcore, I think it works very well. Yeah, man, there are over 1,000 videos that we can all agree on.
We can.
So there you go. You've done very well for like 3 and 4 pointers in this game.
I've clawed it back a bit. The opening was a bit shaky. But yeah, I think it's very difficult to know what to say nowadays following a Kanye West inclusion. I know that when I
put you on the spot like that.
No, not at all. I just, all I can say is I know when I started going through his albums, I actually chose the worst time because I started and then maybe like a week later he was doing his whole presidential run and he started saying all the stuff. But I was still determined to get through the discography, so I was out on public transport having to shield my phone for fear of being hated. I did feel shame, but I still did it. So, and here we are.
Yeah, I mean, he's so much of his music is really good.
Yes,
and I think we can sit here and say that.
Yes,
separate it from him. And we don't have to go any further.
No.
Your next extract, which is your last one, coincidentally.
It is.
I do know this. This
You're
is, I believe, Black Country New Road. This is one of the. I think do they have like another album coming out soon or something? I can't remember. But this was one of the singles for their what was it called? Forever How Long, I think, for that album. I think it was the first single, which I think is called Bestie. I initially put like Best Friends, but I think it is Bestie. I put post rock / indie rock. I don't really get the whole like labeling them as post rock. To me, they're not really like they've got post rock songs, but as a band,
it's not.
I don't really think they're a post rock band. Yeah, indie rock I put as well. 2024, because I do believe it is a very recent song. I'm pretty sure that album came out last year. Might have come out this year. I can't remember. But yeah, it's got the other people singing on it now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did not realise you would be this clued up. I thought I might catch you out with this one at the end, but no, you've done very well.
No.
You've ended on a huge 4-pointer.
Bosh.
It is Black Country New Road. The new look, Black Country New Road. Isaac Woodless. Excuse me, I'm laughing too hard at Kanye West. It's Besties plural, but I'm not going to be that, picky. You can have it. I put Baroque pop because there's a harpsichord, and also chamber pop just because of the unique ensemble they have. But I'll give you indie rock as well.
Thank you.
Yeah, 2025. I'm quite sure it's this year. Forever How Long. But I'm willing to be proven wrong.
No, I think that's right.
What do I have to say about this? I think it's a really, really, really good song. I think it's really well written. I did have an epiphany not too long ago, though, actually, that because what the song is about, it's about having this female, lyrical voice, has a best friend. They're very close, but she secretly loves her. And it's very playful, and she wants, saying like, I don't think he should treat you that way. And really, she just wants to be with her. She wishes she wasn't with her boyfriend and was with her instead. And it's very cute and very twee. But I had this epiphany of how awful must this be from the perspective of the best friend's boyfriend?
Oh.
Like, can you imagine? Like,
Awful,
if you
yeah.
find out that they've just written a song to lure your girlfriend away into now just a new relationship with another woman, and you just, okay.
I feel like rom-coms have done us a massive disservice in that.
Yeah.
Because so many of them are like, the girl's with another guy. But there are some issues that every normal relationship has. And, but there is this other guy who likes this girl, but she doesn't know that.
Yes.
And so what's going to happen? The guy's going to tell her he likes her on like the last day he possibly can before they get married, and then they run away together. And that's a story. Yeah. And that's like...
and everyone goes, how funny, how lovely.
Exactly. It's melted all of our brains. So now we think that that's okay, is it? It's awful. It's an awful thing to do.
It is
but because rom-coms do it, it's like, it's we can do it. No. I hate that people think that that's just a
normal thing to do.
What do they call it? Home wrecking.
Home wrecking
should be more taboo.
It should be. More like no wrecking, am I right? Come on.
Agreed.
Political rant aside, gosh. It was an epiphany I had, and I find it amusing that I had it. But it's still quite a well-written song. It's got that orchestration thing I've spoken about before, where they just know what parts to give which bits, which I think is just generally a Black Country New Road thing. They just know how to use the ensemble to its best potential, I think. It does miss a certain something, I will say that, without Isaac Wood, the album. It's still very good, but I don't like it as much. And I think the most amusing thing I can say about it generally is how funny it is, but also kind of sad, that I like to think that they're all actually incredibly happy people, especially with the way they market themselves now as well. They're just like, all a bit preppy and everything. Yeah. And it's like, it feels like as soon as Isaac Wood left, they all took a big sigh and went, we can stop pretending to be depressed now. Because Isaac Wood was doing all the sadness and they had to sort of match him. And it feels like he's left for reasons that only he can truly understand, and I wish him the best. But he's gone, and they suddenly all just gone, oh God, can we be happy now? Yeah, all right. Yeah. It's a significantly more playful album than their first two. It's so much less dark. There are low moments, but it just glows in a way that the other two don't. That doesn't make it better. It's just different. But yeah, very, very good final answer. 4 points to end off. Very good performance.
Cheers. Appreciate that.
Good. I'm glad you do. For your last one, at first, before I heard what I can only describe as a man moaning, either that or he'd overslept and he was struggling to come to.
I think he's just tired.
Maybe just tired. I thought this was going to be like a Chuck Person thing.
Okay, yeah.
Or it's going to really sort of Echo Jams, sampled stuff. But then, as I say, he started sighing and then he started rapping. And I know that this is not this man's voice. But the beat was so strange and glitchy that the best answer I could give was Peggy.
Oh, yeah.
I said, I thought the glitched out sample at one point said The Love We Made. I said 2021, and I said glitch / experimental hip hop.
2 points.
Thank you very much. I'll take that.
Good guess, JPEG Mafia, because production-wise, similar-wise, in terms of this song, I don't think a lot of this guy's discography is like this song.
Okay.
To be fair, it's just sort of, it's not even... we'll get on to it. It is by, you might have heard of this guy before. He goes by just his first name, and a bit like JPEG Mafia, capitalizes all the letters in his name. This is by Mike.
I do know Mike, yeah.
Yeah. Sort of one of the more popular artists to bloom out of the, I'm going to call it the some rap songs craze.
Yeah, good shout.
Or at least sort of the underground, or a lot of abstract hip hop is underground, but I don't know. The Earl Sweatshirt scene, you might say. This is a song of his called Numbered Days. Days with a Z, as in Daisy, the game. Experimental hip hop. The only reason it's called that is because of the sample. But again, we'll get to how it's done, because I recreated this song myself, because I thought I'd be interested to see how they edit the sample, and actually it's really simple. We'll get into it. Abstract Hip Hop as well. Also put 2019, so you're in the ballpark. I have not listened to too much Mike. I might have listened to maybe 2 albums quite a long time ago. It's never really for me. I liked some of his production. More than I initially thought. Is actually somewhat glitchy. Not like JPEG Mafia levels of like in your face, because all of his stuff is quite chill. Mike's. But yeah, it was just never really my sort of thing. I do want to endeavour to get into more of his stuff because I think he's quite interesting. And I think he's only grown since the times when I was listening to this sort of stuff in 2019. So yes, the sample pretty weird, pretty wacky.
Sounds it.
In terms of like intro to the rest of the song, it feels the most different. And I think that to me was like, yeah, this is a really cool intro. I have to use it. The way it is made, this is the outro to, I can't remember the name of the song, but it's like a new wave, not new wave, but like new R&B sort of stuff. I haven't listened to much Sade, but maybe it's similar to some of her stuff.
Yeah, good shout.
Maybe sort of Janet Jackson-y as well. But it's very heavily sped up. But the pitch hasn't been shifted. So it sort of sounds like it's skipping really quickly. And initially I thought how he's done that is he's just sort of taken like cuts of the track, sort of chopped them, and then cut out certain bits so that he can, I don't know, play it so that it feels faster but it doesn't sound faster. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Basically, all he's done is just time stretch the sample. He's made it shorter without changing the pitch. That's all it is.
Okay.
It sounds super glitchy and super weird, but actually the process is really simple.
Well, that's that's quite often a sign of someone who's very good at what they do, though, having the ability to make something that sounds very, very, very interesting. But really, it's just they've just done something quite quick, and it's not that they're lazy, or it's not that they're unskilled. It's just that they know what they're doing.
Oh, absolutely. And I feel like because the rest of the beat is actually utilizes the same process. It's just the section they've taken that from is a lot sparser. And so when you speed that up, it doesn't sound any more chaotic. It just sounds very normal. And so I like the idea that they've taken that section. This was produced by Mike as well. And he's sort of sped that up and he's gone, oh, that's cool. And then he's got the bit before that and put that on at the beginning, and he's gone, oh, that's super weird and super different. Yeah, don't have much to say beyond that. But I think it's my favourite song of his that I've heard. And I think he's quite a respectable artist.
Yeah.
And when it comes to an intros game, I thought I sort of have to use it. The intro is so different actually when it gets into the song. So it makes sense. So yeah, there you go.
Thank you.
And now we can breathe.
Now we can breathe.
And it's time to get into adding up.
I taken the liberty of getting there a step ahead.
Oh, mate. You have done well. Okay, I'm pretty confident with what I've got.
So we
Are you ready?
Tallied up. I am ready. We've tallied up our scores. Not that it's about winning, but we do keep scores, so we might as well share them, right? I take it you're ready as well.
Absolutely.
Okay. I'll do the countdown. 3, 2, 1. Let's do it. Oh, it's a close one.
The closest it could be.
Well, I think we've had it by a half point before.
Have we? Oh, mate, I'm a liar.
Idiot Twin After Dark. We've got Kanye West and Lies.
Oh,
they go well together, actually. I got 22.
I got 23.
Wow, well played, well played.
Yeah, good game. You shouldn't have given me those contentious points.
It's that flipping Hoppy Polo genre point.
It is.
No, you are welcome. You are welcome. You played a very good game. You deserve it.
Both played a good game.
Yeah, I enjoyed this one. I hated all the others.
Yeah, no, I mean, it was all leading up to this anyway, wasn't it?
Yeah, this is famously, with any podcast or television show or anything, it's always the second series, 8th episode that's the best. It's just a trend.
Weird.
Just a trend.
It's a weird trend, isn't it? Yeah. But it is true. And we know that because we've looked up every show that's ever existed.
Ever.
And the ratings for season 2, episode 8, they're all good.
All good. You try
even
any
the really
show.
bad series.
Yeah. Yeah. Go check it if you don't believe us.
It definitely won't be a waste of your time.
No.
Okay. Yeah. We're ending now. It's a bit late. We need to go to bed. But thank you for joining us. It's been a very fun game. We hope
I've had a great time.
You get I'm glad. I've also had a great time. It's been a great whiteboard game. We hope those vibes have emanated from your phone, from your computer, whatever you're listening to this on. And we hope that you've enjoyed. We hope that some of these intros, I mean, maybe you already like these songs for their intros and you knew them and you were glad that we used them. But if there weren't any, check them out. These are all really good. We wouldn't use these songs if we didn't like them. So trust that, we can recommend good music. Please.
Please.
Any other closing remarks?
Stay tuned for highlights from, or maybe they're already up, Floating. An Idiot Twin gig at the Water Rat. Stay tuned.
Absolutely, yeah. We hope to see you there if possible. This is obviously going to be out afterwards, so I can say, why weren't you there?
And if you were there, mwah, mwah,
mwah. You remember. Okay, yeah. I think we shall end now.
Okay, let's call it.
And there is something we always say. What do we always say at the end of these whiteboard games?
I'm racking my brain.
There is something we always say.
Very hard to outro the intro episode when you can't even remember the outro. I think it was something to do with the whiteboard game. Forever.